Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, the ALE Prince, here to give you a recap of All In. This isn't necessarily gonna be like a review, but basically, I'm just gonna talk about some stuff that I enjoyed about the show. All In was definitely a good show. Um, Definitely not like the greatest show, but the way it was hyped, it felt like a big show. It was just a spectacle. It felt like that moment when people I've seen people talk about the first time WrestleMania was born, and I've seen interviews of that. That's kind of the feeling I got watching this show. It was a lot of fun. It felt like a big party. It just felt like a good time. And I gotta say, it's pretty damn enjoyable. For the most part, I think my favorite match of the entire show was Kenny Omega versus Pentagon Jr. or Penta Cero Miedo, whatever the fuck you want to call him at this point. He changes his name. It was just a great back and forth. It was a dream match that no one thought we really wanted, but it was just really good. At the end, it ends with the lights going out, Chris Jericho coming out and basically dressed as Pentagon, and now they're setting up the Alpha Club versus the Bullet Club at the Jericho Tour, I believe it's called. And that seems like it's going to be a good match. So that is definitely a great match that it was definitely enjoyable. Another great match that I thought it was part of the show, Kazuchika Okada and Marty Scurll was definitely an enjoyment of a match. This was a lot of fun. It definitely showed that Marty Scurll could be a top level talent. They should have easily given him the ROH Championship. And speaking of the ROH Championship, it was defended against Flip Gordon. Jay Lethal fought Flip Gordon in a really good match. Definitely Jay Lethal's Macho Man entrance was great to see once again. He acted like Brandy was part of the freaking. He made it look like he was in the freaking shot. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was a good moment. But yeah, it was definitely one of the better matches on the show. It was just really enjoyable. For the most part, every match was really good, I gotta say, except for the first match. What the fuck are they thinking? Matt Cross versus MJF or Son of Havoc. For those of you who don't know who that is, Matt Cross is Son of Havoc. But yeah, this match was fucking boring. It was fucking stupid. It was an impromptu match. Why the fuck would you have this shit? Especially after what happens at the end of the show. Yeah, it was just the worst match of the show, the biggest garbage pile of crap. Even with the botch finish from the women, it was just really, really stupid. And it really did affect the main event because it had Young Bucks and Cody Bushi, the Golden Elite versus Rey Mysterio, Phoenix, and Baldito, or whatever the fuck it's called. This was a great-ish match. It was definitely a fun time to watch the match, but you could tell this shit was rushed, especially after. For some reason, Rey Mysterio always screws up his own entrance. He takes forever to get out whenever he makes an epic entrance. Remember WrestleMania 26 when he was supposed to jump up and they botched that horribly? Yeah, so I don't know what it is with Rey Mysterio messing up his entrances. He has great attires. He showed up as Wolverine, so that was awesome. But yeah, I don't know what is it with Rey Mysterio messing up his entrances at a big event like this. So I don't know what the hell is going on. But anyways, because they had an impromptu match, because they were low on time, because they only had 3 hours to do all of this, felt rushed for a main event. It was like 10 minutes long. It should have gone a little bit longer, but I've heard that Okada and Scurll went a little bit longer, but the whole botched entrance, the impromptu match, it was just awful. Hell, the over the top rope battle royal was more entertaining. The fact that Flip Gordon showed up dressed as a Mexican luchador and then eliminating Bully Ray was such a good markout moment for me. And the Briscoes and SoCal Uncensored had a pretty good match. If anything, that should have been on the main card, not Matt Cross and MJF. What the fuck? Like, get that garbage out of my fucking face. Yeah. Speaking of like the rest of the card, Hangman Page. Since there's a story going on that he killed Joey Ryan and he's fighting Joe Janela in a Chicago street fight of all things. This was just an epic hardcore match. The girl Joey Janela was with, first of all, she's hot, but she definitely played a big role in it, and I definitely thought she stood out a lot. But Hangman Page got a victory, which is great. Hangman Page is definitely one of my favorite talents on the indie circus right now. But big thing that came out of this was that Joey Ryan is not dead. Shocker, I guess. Or yeah, Joey Ryan, or yeah, whatever the fuck his name is. You know, from Lucha Underground, the guy who grabs his dick and shit. But anyways, he came out with a bunch of. Well, first of all, they show him on his deathbed, and then he gets a boner, and then they got a bunch of dudes dressed as dicks. I'm not making this up. And then Joey Ryan comes out, kind of like it kind of reminded me of that John Cena WrestleMania 25 entrance when they had like a bunch of John Cena's, but instead of John Cena's, they were dicks. And then he comes out, does his finisher to Hangman Page, and that was a big market moment. If anything, they should have had that match, but I guess whatever. But yeah, the match Joey Janela and Hangman Page had was definitely a must see, definitely a great match. Honestly, my favorite match of the show, other than Omega and Pentagon, to be honest. But let's just talk about the big moment. The moment that should have easily closed the show, if anything. It came out way too early. It was the fourth match on the show, sixth if you count the 0 hour matches. But yeah, we had Nick Aldis versus Cody for the NWA Championship. Now, a lot of people want to say that, oh, that's not the same belt Dusty Rhodes has. Fine, go for it. But it was still a big moment with Cody winning. The match kind of was like a solid B level match, if you want to say that, but it didn't matter. What mattered was the moment of Cody holding on the belt. Brandy Rhodes there, DDP was there, all these legends were out there. I think Jerry Lynn was the special guest referee for one of the matches, I remembered. Might have been the Stephen Amell and Christopher Daniels match, I remembered, which was solid match for a Stephen Amell match. Good job, Stephen Amell, for not only putting over Christopher Daniels, but having a hell of a performance. Good job, Stephen Amell. Good luck and arrow for anyone who's still watching. No offense. Haven't been catching up. Sorry. But anyways, Cody and Nick Aldis, the match didn't really matter, but the moment definitely mattered. There's a part where Cody even bled to death. Basically, even though it was unnecessary, it definitely showed that Cody was willing to put whatever he could just to get that belt because of how the importance of it was. But yes, Cody holding that belt was just such a big marker moment. It should have easily closed the show because if anything, if you skip the first couple of matches, it should have been this, and then hell, why didn't they just flip Golden Elite and the Rey Mysterio tag match with this, and I would have been even happier with it. I still wouldn't care. Either way, I had a fun time with this show. It's definitely one of those must-see show. If you want to support wrestling, if you want to support guys who just are willing to try it, just check out this show. It's definitely worth your time. The show may have some nitpicky things, but that's me. I'm a fucking nitpicker. What do you expect? Boo-hoo. Anyways, I thought this was a fun show. It's definitely a must-see. Definitely, hell, you can watch it top to bottom. It wouldn't matter. Like, the only thing I would skip is the Son of Havoc match because that shit was stupid. Not that stupid, like, they did dumb shit. It's just fucking boring. Why have this shit? Anyways, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. If you want to just support this channel. It's me, the ALE, Double X Prince. Till then, I'm out. See you later.